Alexander now joining us here on the postgame after the Railers pick up their first victory of the year. Coach, congratulations on the win, and boy, it looks like you worked as hard as the players did out there. This was a tough one.
Or you had it too hot in here.
No. I just got a couple of drops running down, but it was a great win. They're a good basketball team. They got into us. You can see where our youth comes in, our inexperience on the floor, but our kids played hard, and we've talked about that all year. It's just let's play hard and let it happen, and that's what they did. And I'm real happy with our effort. We got a lot of things to iron out, but hey, if you're perfect now, that's not good.
Well, and Coach, you always talk about as the season goes on, you want to be getting better and better and better. First two games, we've seen some things that the Railers will probably need to focus on, but tonight it didn't seem like the fatigue kicked in as much as it did on Monday night, but there were some tired young men in the locker room, I'm sure.
Yeah, there are, but we got some good minutes off the bench. Tommy Harris played, I thought, gave us really good minutes. Matt Hayes come in, hit the shot, which...
I don't know if he would have made it. He would have been back out there.
Well, he didn't go back out anyway, I don't think. But, I mean, that kid has got more just raw talent to just go get it and play. And he's got to be a spark plug on the defense for us because he can cover a lot of ground. He's strong. He's an athlete, you know, and rebound for us. But he gave us good minutes. And, you know, it was a good basketball game for us. And to beat Danville, that was it's a good win.
Yeah, Coach, talk a little bit about, I thought Jordan Gessner, you talk about a spark plug, was that on several occasions. Really one time when we were in a lull in the first half and just didn't have a lot of things going on, he dives on the floor, kicks it out, we pass it around and hit a three, and the crowd gets back into it. We were down 6, I believe, at that time, where we were back within 3, and then on another occasion he gets a loose ball, he gets a turnover, he pops it loose on a rebound. Underneath the basket, and we kick it over and finds a cutting Van Hook for a layup. And you know, just two plays that may go unlooked, but when we needed a basket, he was there to do something rather than score. He found a way to get the other guys a basket.
Well, that's what we want to do. That's how we're going to have to play. You know, we're going to have to get some baskets like that. And I think we had a loose ball right down here in the corner, and I think we had 5 guys on it. Mm-hmm. So if they'd have got it out of there, we'd have gave up a dunk. But you can't fault the kid's effort. You know, just Jordan, he picked up, I think, probably out of his 4 fouls, 2 to 3 of them was because he gambled, got out of position, and then picked them up trying to recover. So just little things like that. You know, but we had a lot of lapses in the game. You know, those are things that can be taken care of. And, you know, if we can get those things done, we're going to be in games like this all year. It's not going to be there's not going to be many 20-point wins, you know, but hopefully our defense will keep us in the game and we can score some points.
Coach, Railers were down 30-24. Jake Olson then hits 2 big threes. You know, you really need Jake to come up from the outside and hit some big shots, and he certainly did. And, you know, from that point, got the lead at 32-30, and you were able to stretch it out. Danville closed it to 1, and it was good to see the experience out there. Even though it's young experience, they did a good job of not buckling to the pressure, and they extended it, scoring the last 8 points of the game.
Yeah, I was real, you know, down the stretch for kids that doesn't have the varsity experience to play like they did. You know, we knew where Hightower was at. You know, I'm not sure he scored in the second half.
Did not.
They got blistered in halftime because we talked about him being a shooter, and he had half their points. And you know, you know, we were up, I think, 6 early, and you know, we lost track of him. He hit a 3. We come down, turn it over, and it went from 6 to 1, just like that. And those are the little lapses that we're talking about: is losing track of shooters, letting one play lead to another. You know, plays like that, just losing track of a shooter and letting them hit one. That's a momentum changer, and you know, we overcome it, but you know, it would make it a lot easier if we didn't have to fight all night. And but they played great defense, and that's what we want to play our tournament. And believe me, this is I thought the tournament would be down a little bit.
I don't think no.
I'm not sure it's one of the better we've had.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, that Seton Academy, Homai and Cahokia. And then you got Morton with the big kids. They're a whole different team. So, you know, Centennial's got big kids. And here we are with our little short run.
Coach, real quick, Max Cook, just 1 of 8 from the field tonight, 2 of 4 from the free throw line, 4 points, 6 rebounds, and 9 assists. Guy that handles the ball. It looked like he needed a little more of a break tonight. You got him some more breaks, and I thought that it helped. I thought it helped his conditioning, especially down the stretch.
Well, yeah, and we talked about that, is getting tired, but you know, we get tired, we completely shut down.
Exactly.
And that's when our bad things start to happen, because we quit playing. And they've got to play through it. They've got to be able to get to the point to where, hey, I can get off the floor. But they got to understand, when they ask for them to come out, they just can't stop playing. You know, I can't just pull them out and throw a sub in.
Right. We
got to wait for a dead ball. So that's where you really got to bite down, and you really got to be tough to do what you're doing. And you know, I think that, you know, we also saw some confusion because we did have a lot of different lineups out there, and our kids have got to learn to talk a little bit and, you know, communicate to where they know. And, you know, when we get those things ironed out, it's going to help us out.
Coach, 1-1 through the first 2 games. You know, you talk about with some young kids and trying to use some of the leadership and experience. One of your more experienced players you've played the first 2 games of this tournament without, and that's Austin Kirby.
Well, you know, we didn't say anything about him the other night because I really didn't know a whole lot. But I've got a lot of questions asked about him. Last year he sprained his ankle in February, and it bothered him the rest of the year. And then he took 3 or 4 weeks off, and it felt better, so he started spring and started playing through the summer, and it started to hurt on him. And you know, we thought the bone, we might have a stress fracture, and then he was having no circulation in his foot. And to me, that was really what worried me worse. So he went down and he got a CAT scan on his ankle, and the ankle was fine. There's no broken bone, but his leg's still going numb. So then we, I mean, they only x-rayed the ankle, or CAT scanned the ankle, and they said, well, that'd tell you if you had a blood clot up high. And boy, it sure doesn't seem like it to me. So, you know, we went back to the doctor, and they did, what did they do? They
do like an MRI?
Or? Now they're to that point now.
Okay.
So they done some tests on him, and they found no blood clot, but his foot's still going numb. He's got no circulation in it. It just goes cold. And so sometime here in the next week, hopefully he'll get an MRI, and hopefully he'll be back pretty quick.
And sometimes those are the worst kind of things to diagnose, when you keep running test after test, and they say, well, we don't find anything here, we don't find anything there. That's got to be more frustrating than anything.
Well, his calf is also just tightened up. It just gets really tight, and he can't move on it, and it's cold. So something's wrong there, and I want to find out what it is. So, you know, we don't want our kids playing where, you know, I get worried that maybe a blood clot or something like that. And boy, you don't want to mess with things like that. No,
you certainly don't. But Railers come away with the victory. A good way to, I think, good for the confidence of this team. They get the day off tomorrow with Thanksgiving, and to enjoy the holiday, and then back at it Friday night against Champaign Centennial. And then it's a doubleheader on Saturday, and it may be one of the more impressive doubleheaders that the Railers have had to face.
Well, I don't know who made that schedule up, but they don't shoot him.
All right, Coach, congratulations on the win tonight, picking up victory number 1 on the season, hopefully the first of many. And we hope you and yours have a happy Thanksgiving tomorrow, and we'll see you back here on Friday.
Okay, same here. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Hopefully we'll see you the rest of the weekend.
Railers win by 47-38. We'll be back to wrap it up in a moment. You're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.